And we finally unveiled this new 308. Well, it's impressive, and from what I can see, it seems that the car has a stronger presence with bold proportions. Am I right?
You're right, definitely right. For this car, we want to give it a more high-end proportions. That's why we have tilted the old cabin to the rear of the car by moving backwards by 10 centimeters. And then we've extended the visual length of the hood using what we call a soft nose to extend visually but keeping the repairability of this quite expensive part in aluminium. It gives this very specific balance. We also moved down the top of the cabin by 2 centimeters and increased the wheelbase by 5.5 centimeters. That's good in design because it gives more elegance to the car. It's also good for the room space, most especially at the rear of the car. But to finalize the strength and the stance of the car, we also had some muscles on this car. That is the key of the global stance of this car on its global high-end morphology.
There is something special about this new 308. It's actually the first time we're going to see the brand new logo on the front grille of a Peugeot.
So the brief was to dedicate the design to this new logo. That's why we had the idea to make this quite large grille, covering the beam to make the beam of the car disappear behind the grille. So we had to move the license plate far from the grille on the beam at the bottom of the bumper. Unfortunately, most of the time, this area is dedicated to the radar sensor. So if we didn't want to put the radar close to the emblem, to leave it alone in this big grille, the only solution was to put it behind the emblem.
We've seen the front of the car. So now let's talk about the amazing work you've done on the headlamps and the rear lamps.
The LED technology in terms of energy, the consumption of energy is lower than the classical halogen technology. So that was important for us to use this technology for the efficiency, but also to be able to design those very specific lamps. And that's quite impressive on the rear, but also on the front, because with the matrix LED that we use for the GT version, we have just a 7 centimeters high headlamps, and that gives all the look and all the personality of the car.
Well, we've seen the work that has been done on the exterior design. So on to the inside design, I want to see what's inside.
What is specific to this one in the new 308 is that you have two big screens. The first one is in the cluster. Mm-hmm. It could also become a 3D screen when you are in the upper version. But also this big 10 inches HD touch screen here, fully integrated in the global shape of the car. But the two main innovations of this iCockpit is first what we call the iToggles here, which is a fully configurable panel. So it was obvious for us to integrate it next to the other one with this feeling of an open book in the direction of the driver and the passenger, as I said, fully integrated in the dashboard. The second innovation is what we've done on the console. We used what we call a zoning design. It means that we dedicate a very technical arch here to the driving commands, dedicated to the driver, extended to the drop charge zone for the telephone, disconnected from the storage area. Then all the rest of the console, starting from the bottom of the dashboard until the end of the armchair for armrest, for almost 1 meter linear, is fully dedicated to the storage and practicability.
Thank you so much, Pierre Paul. We still have a lot to discover about this new car. Agnès Tesson-Faget is waiting for us.